Hi guys, it's Candy and welcome back to my channel. So it's crazy, when I first started my channel, one of the things I wanted to do was be able to sit and kind of have these little chats with you guys, almost like little one-take videos where I was able to just share my thoughts or whatever. We'd get discussions going on a certain topic. And earlier today, I was sharing some things on Facebook and I was thinking about how tomorrow is the last day of February and just kind of thinking back on the month, reflecting and thinking about, like, you know, the good things and sort of even bad things that went on for the month. And it really made me think about how years ago, before we started our YouTube channel, I always used to blog. And if you guys don't know what that is, a lot of you younger people especially, because blogs are still out there, but it seems like, you know, videos are sort of taking over. I used to use ourfamilynest.com as a place where I would like write about things, tell stories, share photos, almost like the same thing as what we do in our videos, but I was doing all of the writing and the pictures were mostly like of the kids and stuff. So I found myself, I was thinking, like, just thinking back on the month of February and thinking about, you know, I just started kind of like writing this list of like my favorite moments of the month. And then as I got to writing, and I'm like, well, if I put this on Facebook, I mean, we have a decent amount of followers on Facebook, but I have even more followers on my Candyland YouTube channel. And of course, I could put this on Our Family Nest, but I know this isn't something that everybody would want to see. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do just like a little video diary thing. And maybe if you guys like this, I'll do it more often. Maybe I'll do it at the end of every month and kind of just get conversations going. I think it sometimes, like when I vlog, I know a lot of you guys don't like to listen to me, and that's 100% fine. I see comments sometimes, people are like, why just fast forward every time the mom starts talking, and that's completely fine. But like, from my perspective, there's a lot of YouTube channels I watch that I know if the mom had another outlet or another means of sharing more of like her personal thoughts and feelings, I would love that, because you just feel like you're getting like a stronger connection, getting to know the person more. So first I was thinking about overall February was a pretty exciting month. I would say, just to get the negative out of the way, the most stressful part of the month has been with my dad and his health. If you guys keep up with Our Family Nest videos, you'll know that my dad's been in the hospital for, let's see, he was in the hospital for almost 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Gosh, now I feel like it's all blending together. And now he's on his second week in rehab, and I don't know, you know, he's supposed to go home on Friday, but it seems like he still needs a lot of, well, I shouldn't say a lot of help moving around, but we're just nervous. My mom and I are nervous about him going home, and when she's at work, like him falling and hurting himself, or, you know, trying to do things like driving that he's really not ready to be doing yet. So that's really the only downfall of the month. So other than that, it's been pretty exciting because, number one, the weather here in Michigan has been insane. I think it's like 50 something right now. It was super cold over the weekend, which is a total bummer. Like, we had days last week it was in the 70s. Like, why it can't just stay that warm for the weekend so like we can go outside and do things fun with the kids, I'll never understand, but it is what it is. So that's been great. And then I was just thinking back on like things with the house. We're kind of almost getting to the point where we're going to be moving in soon, which is insane. Like, I feel like, you know, according to our builder's contract, we should be moving in during spring break, towards the middle to end of April, and we were already told that that's not going to happen, and we still don't have like an official date because apparently, you know, no one wants to give us an answer, which is another whole story, whatever, not worth talking about. But you know, trying to guess on when we think we're going to be moving in. Sometime in May, I guess. I don't know. I think this month the most exciting, I'm playing with the broken phone charger. I think the things that have been the most exciting was getting our new kitchen cabinets in. And what I'll do is I'll link in the description below all the videos that I'm talking about. Some of them I'll put up in the info bar thingy, whatever that thingy is up there. iCard, that's what it's called. Getting the kitchen cabinets in was huge because at the very last second we changed what color of white cabinets we wanted. Who would have thought that like white cabinets, like white's just not white? And we had picked out, you know what, I cannot for the life of me remember what color we originally picked out. I may have talked about it in a previous video, but we ended up going to another house that our builder was building, and she had the same color cabinets that we had picked out. And I just kept looking at her cabinets thinking, like, no offense, I mean her home is beautiful, but I kept looking at the cabinets like, this is not what I want my cabinets to look like. It looked like off-white, it looked cream colored, and I want my kitchen to be white, like not hospital white, but like crisp, clean white. So that same day we actually went to the cabinet place to sign off on our order, and we changed the white to the Sherwin-Williams color called Pure White. So it's a brighter white. And then we also changed our island, was going to be painted like this light gray color. I can't remember what the color of it was, to staining the island instead a color called peppercorn. So if you haven't seen the video Our Family Nest, you'll be able to see the cabinets and see what I'm talking about. I absolutely love the peppercorn island, and I love my kitchen cabinets. I love how white they are. I'm so glad we changed our minds on that. And actually that pure white is the exact color that they will use for all of the trim around the windows, the woodwork, door trim, all of that through the whole entire house. So other house stuff is we finally finalized our paint colors throughout the house. We had several videos on those. I won't link that. I'll just link our house, building our house playlist, because we probably post like out of 7 days at least 2 or 3 videos a week that have stuff like about the house, and it'll probably be more and more here over these next couple of months because we're going to be dealing with stuff more often now that we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. But we finalized we're going to use the color Passive Gray through the whole entire house. Carly's room is going to be the Passive Gray, but her bathroom is going to be the real light pale purple that we showed you guys. The boys' rooms, we're both going to go with the Passive Gray, except Blake is going with a shade darker, and I can't remember what his, but he went with a little bit darker gray in his bedroom, which is fine because he has the bigger one, so it won't like shrink the room too much. We went with the grayish tan color in the boys' bathroom. And then we did the navy blue wall, just the one wall in our bedroom. And, oh, in our laundry room, because we have light gray cabinets, we're going with a real pale white, no, a real pale gray, almost like white. Actually, I have the colors on my phone. Let me just look these up. Here's the palette of colors. So the Passive Gray is through the whole house, and then the other colors that I mentioned. Okay, one of the things I wrote down as well was my favorite activity that we did with the kids the whole entire month that we shared on our YouTube channel was the video where we where the kids cut open a bunch of like squishy toys, and they cut open the Stretch Armstrong. And I just love that video because it was like, those are those kind of moments where I just really enjoy, because I'm like, who does this? Like, nobody just hops in their car, goes to like Target, buys a bunch of toys, and then goes home and let their kids cut them up. But when you're a YouTuber, it just like, you see other people doing these like crazy fun things, and you're like, well, I want to do that too. Like, we have another video coming up on Our Family Nest this upcoming Saturday, which is kind of like what I'll call that we jumped on the bandwagon of something that a bunch of other YouTubers have been doing. And it was like, at first I was like, oh no, we're not gonna do that. And then I was like, okay, how can we not do this? So I'm excited for Saturday for you guys to see Saturday's video. But yeah, actually I didn't go to the store and buy all the stuff. I was on Amazon.com. We ordered a bunch of like squishy toys and Stretch Armstrong and that sort of thing. And the kids just went to town cutting them up. And it just was a super fun video. The kids had a blast. They didn't fight a whole lot, which was good, because sometimes they just don't stop fighting, as you guys probably know if you have siblings that are close in your age. And hopefully, if any of you guys that are watching that are like adult, like parents, or just, you know, older, let me know in the comments below if you had like this hate relationship with your sibling when you were younger, but then when you got older, like you became best friends. Because I have my fingers crossed so hard that when Chase and Carly get older, they get over this like bickering, and because they are only 20 months apart in age, I hope they end up having a closer relationship. So I know I'm probably holding my breath for no reason, but whatever. Another favorite moment of the month was doing our very first live stream on YouTube. I wish more than anything that we had more time to do live streams with you guys. I always feel like, you know, if it's just Carly and I or just Ken and I, like, you know, I feel like this pressure, like that's not enough for a live stream, that you guys would want it to be more, like, you know, you want Chase or Andrew to be there. And I don't know, like I hesitate to do it when it's just like Ken and I, like you're gonna be like, where's the kids or whatever. So, but I definitely know in the summer, as soon as school is out, we're definitely going to do live streams way more often, especially when we're at our new house and we're outside doing cool stuff on the property. Maybe we won't have time to like vlog for the day because we're, you know, working on things or whatever, and it's just like, hey, let's go live. We're organizing Carly's bedroom closet. Let's go live, and that's going to be our video for the day. I really want to kind of like utilize that, especially now that you can go live on your mobile phone. I think it's going to be a really big thing with YouTube this year, and I definitely want to utilize that a lot more. And then the last thing that I had written down was my final favorite moment of the month was when we went and got our Polaris Ranger. And I guess it was just one of those moments where, like, you know, building this new house has definitely been surreal to begin with. It's like going to the new house, sometimes you're like, is this really going to be my house? Like, I can't even imagine living in it, having all this property. Like, I don't know. Like, it feels like it's mine and Ken's, but yet there's something about like a piece that's missing yet. And I'm sure once we move in, it'll be like when we really just look at each other like, oh my God, you know, we're in this new house. This is our house. It's gonna seem more crazy. Well, I feel like with the Polaris Ranger, you know, all the years of Ken and I being married, and this October will be 18 years, there's always so many different things we've talked about that we want to do, you know, when we grow up, when we get older. And one of our dreams, probably even more so my dream than Ken's, was to live on property and have the freedom to like ride four-wheelers and, you know, maybe have some cool animals, you know, other than dogs. And just, I don't know, just thinking about that really, going to buy that Ranger just really like made everything feel like we're really like living our dream. And it's crazy how just this ATV vehicle could have that much of an impact, but it just really made everything seem more real. Like, we have all this property, and do you know we actually closed on our property a year ago today, or no, a year ago yesterday. It's the 26th of February, I believe, that we've owned that property. So it's just, we've come such a long way. There's so much work to be done yet. Well, there's gonna be so much work to be done, but it's just crazy. Like, when our house sits way back off the road, and I remember in the beginning it seemed like so far. Like, we've walked up and down the driveway so many times and it seemed like so far, and now it like doesn't seem as far anymore. Now it doesn't seem as big anymore. Do you guys have ever done that? Like, moved into a new house and it seemed like so big, or the property seems so big, and then it starts getting smaller. I don't know why that is, but I don't know, getting the Ranger, like I said, just kind of put the icing on the cake with the whole thing. And also just the fact of like being able to go pay cash for it. And I don't really like to talk about money because I feel like it's a personal thing, but I like to share this with you guys just for the sense of like, just sharing the fact that, you know, I'm 44 years old. The stuff I'm doing today, I wouldn't have been able to do when I was 24. I wouldn't even be able to do this stuff when I was 34. Because life puts you like on this journey and you set goals and you have to work towards things. Not everything or not anything is just handed to you on a silver platter of like, oh, you're married now and you have 4 kids? Here's all this money. Go buy this, go build a house, go do this. That's not the way things happen. You have to set goals and work hard towards them. And, you know, we've had these moments where we've been way up here, and we've had moments like, you know, in our, I shouldn't say in our marriage, but in our family, like financially, we've had moments where we're way down here and we've been in debt and we've had to get ourselves back out. And we've just been through a lot, and things have just been on such a great path with Ken and his business and me with YouTube, being able to do something I love so much. And I don't know, just something about that day, about that moment, I just wanted to share with you guys of how like defining it is when you have that one moment that you've worked so hard and you can go, you know, like treat yourself to something nice. Like let's say if you went to college and you finally paid off your college loan and, you know, you get to go buy your first car. And even if you get a loan for it, that's okay. But like being able to sign on that dotted line and buy your first car without your parents co-signing or something like that. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been through that in life before, or a lot of you have that to look forward to. So that was just a big defining moment for our family, for Ken and I, and it's just a moment that I'm proud of. And I just wanted to share that with you guys to like never give up on your goals, work hard. You can achieve anything as long as you set your mind to it and you keep on that path and don't give up. Just never give up. So that's going to be it. I actually ended up talking about 3 times as long as what I thought I was going to. And I think I just need to make these videos more often because I do have things in my head that I want to chat with you guys about. And I don't know if you like these kind of videos or not. Sorry if my voice seems a little weird because of this dry, scratchy throat. I think it's allergies. Who knows? Or Ken got me sick. Could be that too. And thanks guys for your support and watching my channel. Let me know in the comments below if you want more of these types of videos or not. So thanks guys, make it a good day.